You're considering the hypothetical.
Oh,
It's
hey,
fine.
hi, hello,
I'm
welcome on
really
in.
not.
Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out this weekend. Um, we are going to go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing today, and what would you do? What would your character do, I should say, if you had a clone of yourself in a kindred form? And we'll go ahead and start with Warren.
Hi, I'm Warren. I'm playing Marlowe. Diablerie? Yeah, it seems right.
Seems something. This seems pretty good. Next up, we have Hannah. You.
Hey, I'm Hannah, playing Charlie the Zimitzi, and I've already had that happen to one of my characters, so yeah, that didn't go so well.
True. Sorry. Ooh. Next up, we have Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I play Julian the Malkavian, and yeah, Julian would probably just want to see if they could read them.
And
That'd be
not play
interesting.
Monopoly. Just make sure I'm understanding
No,
correctly.
no, because that would just be a war of attrition. Wouldn't be good.
It's fair. It's fair. Next up, we have Rob.
Hi everyone, I'm Rob, playing Vincent the Lasombra, and I think that Vincent would be very quickly trying to establish that he was the evil twin of the two, and it would eventually lead to one of them being dead.
Would it be the evil twin? That's the question.
Or the other evil twin? Yeah, I guess I'm not sure.
That's fair. Um, next up, we have Lennon.
Hello, I'm Lennon, and I play Kenneth, the Nosferatu. If he saw a clone of himself, I think he'd just be like, damn, that's what I look like.
Yikes. And last but not least, we have Ian, and I'm so excited to hear what your answer is to the question of the day.
Yeah, I was a little late on that one.
It's okay.
But hi, I'm Ian. I'm playing Riley, the Toreador, and I feel like we know the answer to what's going on if Riley had a clone. um,
They would take turns off flirting with each other?
and more. And more. You never quite understand just how good of a kisser you are until you kiss your clone.
Until one of you becomes blood bonded to the other.
Hold on. How does that function? If we're an exact clone, can you blood bond yourself?
Yes, it's called a blood marriage.
But it's you.
You're still drinking someone else's vitae.
You're drinking your own vitae in another identical vessel.
I don't think World of Darkness has a book for this, I gotta be honest.
All right, get on it, World of Darkness.
I think we're just describing Riley's path to self-love.
Ooh.
I'm about it. Riley doesn't know how to love themselves. They have to be able to love themselves externally.
Gross. So where we left off last week, we had a painful ending. In the wee hours of the morning.
Oh yeah, I forgot that my arm was broken.
Yeah, weirdly enough, Vincent woke up in the middle of the day to the sound and feeling of an arm being broken. But no one there besides the sun to greet them with a hearty hello. Vincent was able to go ahead and back away from the sun as best as possible before the supernatural sleep took them back to their dreams. And this is where we are going ahead and waking up for this evening. Going around the room real quick. Is there anyone that has a stain that needs to be resolved?
Wait. Okay, I just panicked like maybe I forgot about a stain that Riley had, but no.
Duly noted. Do better for La Sombra and for the Zamitzi to have more stains. Understood. Okay.
That's just the one thing that dice have been nice about. Everything else is like, here, we're just gonna burn your entire life to the ground, but don't feel bad.
No, actually, you do
You
feel
don't have
bad.
to.
'Cause
No.
you don't lower humanity any.
No, it's just you've done nothing to feel bad about.
You're right. Give more stains for messy criticals. You're right. Thanks, Ian.
I didn't say it.
I guess the next question is, Vincent, would you like to heal a point of aggravated health damage?
You know, oddly, yeah, I think I would.
Okay, go ahead and make 3 rouse checks for me, please.
I think I'm going to be waking up hungry.
I hope not too hungry, because the 5th one is a hell of a drug.
Well, I can't get quite that far.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, 1. All right. Failed 2. It's not
Okay.
the worst.
Okay. And then I need everyone to go ahead and roll an additional rouse check to wake up. There's some kindred waking up on the hungry side of the bed tonight.
I don't have time to be
Usually.
hungry. This sucks. I don't have a place to be hungry, like more than anything else.
All right, so it looks like Marlo and Charlie are the 2 that did not have any hunger changes going into this new night of ours. Very good. Very good. Okay. It is a new night. You guys all awaken at your different locations by the sound of rain hitting the window very hard, the sound of thunder crashing in the background. It is definitely storming this evening in Indianapolis.
Looking for it. Where did it go?
I will ask the first question. Would there be like anyone that like to hunt going into the start off the night right?
Yeah, definitely. Also, I wonder if it would be okay for me to establish the dot of herd that I had at character gen at this point.
Yeah. You guys definitely had quite a bit of downtime since we started the Chronicle at one point or another to go ahead and get some of these resources that you may have had at Chargin to go ahead and get those set up. So I will say, going into tonight, because we are on episode 24, you guys officially have access to your entire sheet in one way or another. If you started with any sort of advancements or anything like that you did not have at the beginning, you now have. We will go ahead and say.
Then by hunt, I mean I'd like to use a dot of herd.
Understood. So go ahead. You don't have to worry about a hunt. What hunger are you at? Are you at 3 right now?
3, so
Okay.
I'm just going to take 2.
Cool.
What's the standard difficulty for hunting?
3.
3, okay.
What's your hunting style? Real quick.
Osiris.
Cyrus? Okay, cool. Perfect. Oh,
I'll bring some people back to the
Osiris.
house for readings,
Reading their veins, I got it.
Yeah, no, I'm giving them predictions about their future in exchange for blood
Sus.
and cash.
Of course.
Trying to figure out how Riley would hunt right now because Riley definitely can't just bring somebody home to Dad's house.
And I'll take myself down to 1, so I'll take 2.
I mean, you don't have to hunt your preferred way.
It makes me feel better about myself.
I was talking about the one that has
Oh,
to bed and breakfast their way.
I was gonna
If you
say,
have to
quite
say.
literally, I bed and breakfast my way into existence more than half the time. Yeah, I'm not gonna hunt just yet.
Okay.
Will we regret it? Probably.
Knowing Riley, absolutely. Is anyone else interested in hunting this evening? Hannah, you play a dangerous game playing with 2 hunger is all I'm saying.
I'm at 1.
Oh, okay. So it's almost a dangerous game for you.
Yeah. I have to roll again, then that'll be the problem.
Exactly.
I will use a dot of my herd as well.
Okay. I'm assuming you're not killing your herd, yes?
Not today.
That's fair.
Maybe tomorrow.
I have had to do that once before. It was not a glorious time. All right. So, with food acquired, hunger drawn down as the beasts within each of you settle. Vincent, I have another question to ask for you, and that is, are you addressing your wound in any sort of way to keep it like slinged, or are you just going to try to tough it out?
I am not going to sling it. I am probably going to blush this evening, but also I am going to try to send a text message to Simon asking him to write me a note and come with me to go drop it off, since my writing hand is currently not functional.
It would definitely be very difficult to write anything, but that's what you have people for. Right, Riley?
That's right.
Sure.
Cool.
Depends on the context of the people, but that's a bridge we'll cross when Riley figures it out.
Associates, if you will. I'm so excited for that messy critical.
I don't know what a messy critical looks like when I try to use my phone, but
Just fucking think.
You
Also hit send.
exactly. For the purposes of this, you are able to successfully use your phone.
that's not ominous at all.
You're welcome.
As it's addressing the bane that stops me from being recorded by technology. So yeah, no problems at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And yeah, I'd like to reach out to Simon and ask if he can help me to convey a note to our friend Theodore, so that I can ask him what might cause my arm to be breaking in the middle of the day.
He will happily begin to draft your note for drop off.
Cool.
Is there any other housekeeping anyone would like to go ahead and get started before we hop into this leg of our adventure?
You know what? I don't trust you at all the way you've said that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do before I kill you?
Well, I don't know if you saw the title for tonight's episode, Hourglass. So
Yeah, I
that
didn't
kind
see
of
that at all.
implies there's gonna be some trouble.
Oh
Or
no,
it's
that
just a
kind of implies
snooze
the
fest.
spider's coming.
Oh no.
Along came a spider.
Or another board game that has an hourglass.
Oh, I just assumed Black Widow.
Oh. Thank you all for the ideas. I greatly appreciate it.
Like you weren't already thinking about it. Get out of here.
I guess if we're pitching ideas, could we just be talking about Riley's figure? Like,
Hey,
We could. We could.
we could, but we're not. I guess, according to
all right, fair enough.
according to recent set precedent.
All right, let's get into some trouble.
Yeah, I do at some point. I don't know if you want to do that now or later on this evening.
Mhm.
I want to reach out to a couple people, or just one. I have a phone call to make.
Sure. Who would you like to call?
I'm gonna call that fucking bastard Tommy Vice. That's my homie from Being Alive that was responsible for setting up the meeting that I got embraced at.
Yes.
I want to talk to him. There's words I need to have with him, and we haven't had those yet.
The phone begins to ring. A few moments go by, and you hear very loud music playing in the background. Almost to the point where the microphone almost seems to be peaking on the other side.
That tracks.
Hello? Almost screaming
Hey.
into the
Yeah.
phone.
It's loud where you're at. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. We haven't talked in a minute. I'd like to chat. I have a couple questions. Are you free at all this evening?
You begin to hear. You definitely hear there's some conversation being had in the background, but because of the music, it's difficult to hear what is being said.
Yeah.
But a few moments later, yes.
Very formal all of a sudden, T. You working?
Not right now. I mean, I'm on call, as we always are.
All right. Just be safe. But where? What's good for you? I'm pretty flexible.
I can be wherever. Just give me a place and a time.
Okay. Can you do? And I'll send him. I'll drop a pin at the gas station I went to go pick up the invitation from. Can you do that in an hour?
Another muddled conversation happening. Yeah, I can do that in an hour.
Cool. Then I'll see you in an hour.
Sounds good.
I'll just hang up.
Okay.
We only say bye to our friends.
All your friends are dead.
Well, true though.
Not yet. What?
Not yet. What?
Okay, cool. Anyone else have any ominous phone calls they would like to make? Oh, Kenneth. You sort of devoured your last Famulus. Do you want to go and try to find a new one?
Yes, I want to find another rat.
Okay. Any specific way you would like to go about doing that?
Not specifically. I mean, I did kind of pick up the job as a resident exterminator last time.
Mm-hmm. You do have feral whispers, so you could do a rouse check, and be able to try to communicate with some animals around you. If you would like to do that,
I'll risk it. I'll do that. I'll risk it for the biscuit.
I love that for you.
Feral Whispers got me like. Ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba.
All right. You begin to sort of skulk around a little bit in some popular places. For these particular formulas that you're looking for, where you do find a plethora of these rats. But you go ahead, and I believe, yeah, Spawn Formulus is free, so you are able to go ahead and take some time and bond with this to create this creature as your Formulus now. Congratulations.
I forget what I named the first one, but he will be Timmy number 2, and I'll pretend that I named the first one Timmy.
Rest in peace, Timmy 1.
Rest in peace.
I'm starting to see a theme with some individuals here, but we'll leave that for the Caped Crusader. Okay. Charlie, because you're the one who hasn't really gone out hunting or gone to do any sort of other prep for this evening. Is there anything you would like to do before we get started for this evening?
I don't think at the moment.
Okay. No armchairs heard.
Not yet.
I was not ready for the not yet part. That broke me. Okay. So, your letter gets sent out. Kenneth, you start that process of bonding with your Formulus. Some hunting is occurring. A phone call is made. Vincent, your friend, drops off the letter and gives you a call back saying that there was a letter for you. He did not open it, but it is addressed to you.
Yeah, please grab it. Bring it.
Yeah, is there anywhere you want me to meet you at?
Yeah, how about you come pick me up? I think we're gonna have to do some running around tonight.
I am on my way. The normal location?
Yes, please.
Understood. I'll be there momentarily. Okay. A few moments go by, Vincent, and your driver, as it were, pulls up outside of your apartment.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in the passenger seat and hold my hand out and say, "The letter."
Yes. It is a very nice all black envelope with your name very well done in a very thin gray writing with a gray seal, a wax seal on the envelope.
I guess I'd like to inspect the seal and just do a quick, like, anything else that's noteworthy about the letter before we open it.
Besides the fact it is completely pitch pitch black, almost like a shadow. You do recognize on the wax seal is the clan seal for La Sombra.
Do I know that?
I would say with the research that you have done over time, not necessarily in your kindred life, but some stuff you've done researching through your time as a hunter, you've seen this symbol over and over before.
Mhm.
And you've even seen it on some of the La Sombras at the Rant and Rave. You just never sort of made the connection until just this moment.
Okay. I'm gonna hold it back out to Simon and say, open that. Be careful with it though. Try not to mess the seal up too much. And I'm gonna watch and see if anything bad happens to Simon when he opens the letter. I have a trap detector.
Yeah. What level 1 power did you give your trap detector?
I have been meaning to ask you if he could have the Oblivion power that lets him see in the dark.
He
It's
can.
called
Indeed.
Oblivion Sight.
He can.
All right, then that one.
Yeah. He opens the letter carefully before opening it. And begins to instantly close it.
All right, hand it here. I just wasn't going to be able to work the seal. My arm's not feeling well today.
Yeah. Look, I know I feel different after. What's in that envelope, I don't know if different protects me from. I'm going to step outside if that's okay with you.
Why? What's going on?
There's just like a white powder in the bottom of it.
Yeah, do that.
He goes ahead and tries to very calmly, just sort of, you can definitely tell, you see sweat dripping down, but very calmly shut the door and excuse himself outside the car in the pouring rain.
Does he seem like okay?
Does he seem
Besides
okay?
obviously being frazzled, does he seem like
he does not seem like there is a health concern for him at this point.
Okay. Then I'd like to peer into the envelope and see what that's about.
Yeah, you do see there is obviously a small folded note inside of it, but inside of it you do see, surrounding it, almost covering the crease at the bottom of the envelope, a fine white powder.
Does it seem like an attempt to poison somebody?
You get the sense that if it was a true attempt to poison someone, it probably would have like been attached, so that way when it opened up the envelope, it would have flew out.
Mm-hmm.
You're unsure exactly what it is or what the powder is, but
you said it's raining.
It is raining. It's a downpour outside.
Is there a building nearby with like an awning?
Besides your apartment?
That one would work.
Yeah.
Basically somewhere where I can stand to be dry.
Yeah. Your apartment has an awning that covers the door and sort of the entrance area.
All right. I'm gonna take the letter and bring it under the awning, and then open it up and read it.
Okay. I've spoke with my colleagues, and we have a price. Please respond within the next night of when you are available.
Does it give any indication as to how to respond?
Does not.
Okay. I'd like to find a drain or something and dump the powder out of the envelope into the storm drain and trust the rain to deal with whatever sort of nonsense that might be.
Yeah, as you sort of dump the dust into the air, some of it begins to blow because of the wind, but most of it does make it towards the storm drain. And it looks like it's almost like begins to turn like almost like a cakey material as it goes into the storm drain.
I don't have any science. All right, fair enough. I have a suspicion, but that's okay. So I think that I'd like to get back in the car and beckon Simon back over and say, let's head back to where you got this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then when we get there, I'm going to ask him to write a note that says, anytime between now and 3 hours from now, and include and say, I'll be at Fairfields.
Yeah.
And just leave it where the initial note was found. And then I guess I'm going to send a message to the group and say, I'm headed over to Fairfields.
Understood.
I'll text back. I'll meet you there.
Yep.
When we get that message, has Kenneth returned or?
Yes, Kenneth has returned with a new rat in tow.
I'll shoot a text back to Vincent, letting him know that we'll be on the way.
Okay.
And I'll find my way there after my meeting. I'll inform the group of that. Meeting up with somebody. I'll catch you after that.
Riley, how would you like to arrive at said gas station?
I'm walking.
Walking in the downpouring rain. I love it. Okay.
Suddenly, the Crow soundtrack kicks on.
Exactly. It's a little bit of a
Fire it up.
it's a little bit of a jog. But you get there, arrive. It is pouring rain. But T rolls up and his 2022 Charger.
Probably doesn't even have papers for it, leasing ass bitch. Keep that to myself. That's the monologue walking like as he's pulling up. But, is he staying in the car? Is he hopping out?
He flashes the lights.
All right, cool. Then I'll wander that way. I'll go pretty much just I'll go up to the driver's side window.
Rolls it down. What's up?
So first off, asking as a friend, you okay?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be?
All right. I don't know. Work is work, man. I remember how it goes. So just checking on you.
Work is good,
All right. They taking care of you?
don't they always?
To be determined, but that's neither here nor there. Who are you working for?
Um, I got a couple of different individuals that I work for.
Okay. I'm assuming you're still on this side of the clock, yeah?
I'm on both sides of the clock.
Shit. Power to you. Um Look, I'm looking for somebody who might be able to get close to some people. I don't know if that's you or if that's maybe somebody you know.
I need you to be hopping in. It's a little suspicious.
But I can't stand outside your car. I'm too cute to stand outside. Fine, okay.
It just looks more like a drug deal, and I'd rather not get hit by the cops right now.
Valid. Okay. Then I'll walk around. I'm gonna check the back seat before I get in.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on back there? Is there anything crazy?
Define crazy.
Anything overtly dangerous appearing?
There's a box in the back seat.
Okay. Boxes could have all kinds of stuff in them.
You said it.
All right. Yep. I'll sit down. I'll sit in the car.
You hop on in. My first question is: are you blushing?
Yes. Oh, let me do that real fast.
Hard.
This is gonna suck. Hey, never mind. It's fine.
Love that for you.
Same.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're blushed up.
As you blush up, you can definitely smell the horrible smell of old, probably gas station food, cigarettes, and probably a wrapper of something that's sitting and rotting somewhere in the car. Does not smell great aroma as you sort of turn on the nose.
I hate this.
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
As you plop down. So you good if we take a lap around the block? While we talk business?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Do
Goes
what
in.
you need to.
Pulls that.
Also, clean the fuck out of your car, dude. It's dank in here, and not in like a dank memes kind of way, man. This is gross.
Yeah, probably should.
Yeah, it's like you're living in a bog, dude. Your car is swamp ass personified.
I learned from you.
Yeah, but like it was never. It might have been this bad. Standards change.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. No thanks to you, by the way. Which you know what? No grudges. No grudges. We're fine.
Really?
I mean, maybe a little bit of a grudge, but it's fine. I have eternity to figure that one out.
Yeah, same.
But you get picked up.
No, but we live a hell of a lot longer. Might as well be eternity.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, business. I'm in the process of trying to erase myself from a couple of people's immediate memory. Um, that includes maybe finding some hard drives, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I'm trying to be as low key as I possibly can, so I can't go do it myself. So I'm looking to see if you know anybody that could, you know, track something down, lift some stuff, etc., etc.
Yeah, do you know where it is?
I have a hunch, but I can figure that out. I can get more specifics. I just need to know if you know a guy or if you can point me in the direction.
Well, I know some people, but they're going to need more than I have a
Yeah.
hunch.
It's not that I have a hunch. I know they exist. I just need to find where they are.
Right. So find where they are, and I can tell you if these guys can do it or not.
Okay.
Because they're not like, SEAL Team 6 or anything like that. But
No, I'm not looking for SEAL Team 6. I'm just looking for somebody, who's not all like with shaky with withdrawals or anything like that. I need somebody who can get it done.
I got the people. You got the funds to make it happen?
Don't let me worry about the funds.
Oh, I'm going to. That's what I was asking.
Well, okay, fine. Yes, I have the money. Stop being weird.
I'm not, but you're the one making it weird.
God damn it, what? No, that's fine. It's fine.
Cool. Then we get the information, and if my guys can do it, I'll be able to give you a price.
Cool. Other question. And again, this one's back as as your friend, not as clientele. What do you know about some shit that makes people turn into shit? It's like
What?
a drug that's been going around. It's been schmooving here and there lately. I ran into it a couple nights ago, and that was wild.
I've heard about something that you and your kind might be interested in.
Yeah, no, like one of my boys took a quick little sip of that and turned into a bird, literally.
Yeah.
Like, any more specifics, anything like that? Because I'm out here saying, don't get involved.
Nah, it's not my business. I mean, I
Right.
know there's a couple of guys they're rowing through Indianapolis with
Yeah, just
a couple of it, but
stay as far outside of that shit as you can.
yeah. Wait, what do you know about it?
Not a whole bunch, just that it's sketchy as fuck.
But like, why though? I mean, did the Birdman explode or?
Not just the way that it's going around. I don't know. It feels real weird. It feels very. It doesn't feel like normal dealings. It feels like I don't know. It feels like a trap. Addiction's one thing. Straight up, the ability to turn into a bird is next level and life altering.
It's only life altering if you can't stop it.
Never been a bird, but I feel like that'd be pretty cool to be able to be a bird.
Yeah. Probably why they made it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. Charisma plus persuasion for me, please.
All right. And I'm assuming, does my stunning apply?
It would.
Right. Persuasion. Where's charisma? I can't read.
Attributes towards the middle.
Yeah, I found it. Is there a difficulty or am I setting it?
4.
All right.
Hot and dangerous.
That's 6.
That'll do.
All right. Like,
It stops at a red light. Obviously, it could be turning right to complete the block, but he stops. Right, I need you to be real with me. I mean, do you know anything about that
I know that people are scared of it. That's what I know.
Do you know why?
No idea. All right, but I'm telling you, as someone who cares about you, and how laughably insane that is in my shoes. Stay clear of that shit. All right? I don't want to wake up one night to a text from somebody that says, "Hey, Vice got for sticking his nose somewhere that he shouldn't have." All right?
He goes ahead and reaches into the box in the back, and you hear a bunch of metal jangling around. And he pulls out a flask and tosses it in your
Fucking
lap.
shit, Tommy, come on.
What? The cut is real good, man.
The cut's real good, but all right, I'm gonna hand the flask back to him. I'm not paying for that. How much are you on the hook for?
What, I mean, how much do I have to sell? I didn't buy any of that.
Okay, cool.
This is just me selling product for him.
Okay, right on, man. Well, I'm gonna hop out here because I mean, block's almost up anyway.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I'll let you know when I got more information. Just stay clean. Don't get caught up in the webs that aren't yours.
Is that a Spider-Man reference?
Yes, Spider-Man reference.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Tobey Maguire was the best one anyway. I hope you're referring to that trilogy.
Just Spider-Man in general. We don't have time for this.
Oh, we don't?
I mean, I don't. I have somewhere. I have another gig.
Well, you could have said
That's my
that.
bad. Nah, it's fine. I'm just.
Do you need a ride?
I'm antsy.
It's sort of pouring down rain, and you looked like you
Yeah.
walked a half a mile in it.
I mean, I did.
And you sort of smell like it too. Not to be mean, but
Nah, it's fine. I probably smell like I've been in the rain for a while. Yeah, a ride's fine.
Are you sure it's not you that smells, not my car?
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, question real quick, and this is important. This is a safety thing. Who you said you have a couple clients? Who you working for? Who's number one? Like, are you on a leash still? Like
Yeah.
we were?
Yeah.
Okay. And no offense to that at all.
Mm-hmm.
But like, who's holding your leash, man?
You think the backseat's dangerous? The new game they play is a lot worse. I don't know.
You don't know who's holding your leash. You just know you're tied to somebody.
Yeah, they blindfold us before.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, then if you could just drop me off and I'll give them directions to like a couple blocks outside of Fairfield.
Yeah. Drops you off. Watch your back, Riley.
Know you out here doing some shit.
Nothing you
Get
wouldn't
your
do.
bag, but no, I would have, and now I'm disappointed in you for the fact that it's something I would have done.
Well, what can I say? You sort of have a name to live up to in our role.
Not a good name. Stay alive. Don't do something stupid. If you die, I'm gonna kill the fuck out of you. All right.
Whatever you say, lover boy. Whatever you say.
Ooh, you bitch.
He just sort of gives
Get
you a
out.
half-cocked smile, and you hear it just rev up as the tires backspin for a bit before kicking off.
While he's revving it that way, I'm gonna put my whole fucking boot into his rear like quarter panel, like the passenger side quarter panel. Just kick the fuck out of the car.
Go ahead and roll Strength plus Brawl for me.
Yeah. If I end up on my ass, I deserve it. But I'll let you know right now, it's only one die. Should I even roll it?
Sure.
Otherwise, how would we know how bad it can go?
Or
Oh,
how
true, true,
great
true,
it can
true.
go. you're still supernaturally strong. Like, I don't think you realize this yet as you put a pretty sizable dent in his rear quarter panel.
I did almost the best I could.
Exactly. As you would put a pretty sizable dent in his rear quarter panel as he drives off.
With a smile, I'm flipping him off as he leaves. Like, it's
Goes
supposed
off.
to be playful.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be super happy about it once he gets back and finds the dent in his car, but
That's a him problem.
I'm sure it
He
will
has
be.
the money now that he's slinging whatever the fuck that is.
It's only some minor blood. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, then I'll start making the walk to go meet up with the rest of the gang.
Okay. It's roughly about this time. You guys all arrive at Fairfields. The two people that are the two sets of group that are driving do arrive pretty close to the same time. As you guys do see Riley off in the distance, sort of hoofing it through the rain. But it looked like they've been in the rain for quite a bit of time as they're just drenched as they show up.
You could have called. I would have picked you up.
I got a ride close.
Doesn't look
Are you-
very close.
Well, I walked from the house to a gas station to meet up with a contact, and I underestimated the distance. So I was out there for a while, and then I got a ride to close, so like 2 blocks, 3 blocks, because I didn't want to just have somebody drop me off here because that feels weird.
Julian opens the glove box and pulls out a bottle of Febreze and starts kind of misting Riley.
Thank you. Honestly, I appreciate that. I probably smell like dead wet dog.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Self-awareness is important. Thank you. And I'm just standing there like turn around.
Like bug spray. Just
Yeah. Now I
Just
smell like
misting everywhere.
now I smell like
Fresh
dead
linen,
wet
it's
dog
good.
and linen. Specifically not linen, but Lennon.
Not Lennon, but Lennon. Yeah. Damn.
thanks. Yeah.
I think Vincent looks like he's trying to hide a smile, but failing as he says, well, now that we've dealt with the smell, if not the wet appearance, I guess I should point out that I am planning on meeting somebody here, and they might be important or alternately very old.
Cool.
So-
Wet rat is my first impression with whoever this is. Sick.
As you say that, Timmy number 2 just crawls out, looks at you, crawls back.
Oh shit, wet rat.
No, dry rat, actually. He took a car.
True.
I'm upset.
Okay. Do you just want to wait in the car, or
No, let's go inside. One of you mind getting the door? My arm is killing me today.
Hold
What
the door.
I
happened?
have a hell of a story for you. Yeah, I'll tell you inside. It's a hell of a story.
Sounds good.
Marla will get the door.
perfect? You go ahead and head to open the door. No problem. You guys get out. Head inside.
Does it look like a firefight happened here last night? Or the previous night?
There's still bullet holes in the side of the building. But you do see there are a couple of individuals here actually scrubbing the floor. There is no stains, but seeming like they're trying to ensure that any sort of remnants of DNA is being scrubbed out of it.
Do we recognize them?
The people that are doing the cleaning?
Yeah. Is there anybody here who seems obviously kindred?
You do see Max, who is plugging away on a laptop currently, for making like 15 or 20 keystrokes before moving something off of the keyboard before continue on the keyboard, moving it off, almost like a typewriter, almost, where it's like a certain amount of key plugs, move, certain amount of key plugs, move, on the laptop. You see Fairfield standing by, just like in the doorway, just watching these people clean. And you see to some of you, a familiar Nosferatu sitting and enjoying a rather old book. And you guys would know this to be Xavier.
I
Give
guess
him a
to whichever
little
of the
nod.
kindred is to whichever of the kindred is closest. We go to talk with them around, or
I think so.
Eric caution that. Just to be safe.
I think Fairfield's got him on a proverbial leash.
No.
well, fair enough. Thanks. And then he'd like to go like find a quiet corner or our own table or whatever, like however people get off by themselves around here, and wait for the group to get there and say, so yeah, yesterday I woke up and my arm had been broken. That's actually what woke me up. Which was two things that I didn't know could happen kind of at the same time. There's nobody there. No sign of like meddling or whatever. I was just laying in bed, getting some rest, and snap.
Any idea what did it?
Maybe, but it's more of a hunch than anything.
Well, that's scary.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like, so your arm is broken? Sprained?
Um,
Angry?
still broken. Better than it was then, but I've had some time to tend to it.
Half broken.
I don't know how somebody would like half break an arm, but yeah, sure.
I think that's a sprain.
Yeah, no, so the bone is still definitely not like he's gonna very like gingerly raise his arm and close his hand and go like it, it it's definitely a break. Anyway, so the theory is basically like an older version of me, somebody in my family but older, right? Could have the ability to touch somebody and cause decay, something like that. And I did meet seemingly a very old version of my family, and when we were doing the delivery, Julian, the one that we ended up delivering twice, and they touched the spot that ended up breaking, but I didn't know that it could happen with a delay. So that's sort of the confusing bit.
Gotcha. So don't let that thing touch you, is the thing we've learned from this.
I don't know. And maybe that somebody that I don't know might have decided to do something pretty nasty at a time when I didn't think that they could do that.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Like a flex.
Oh, warning.
Or a warning. I think that's where I'm coming down on this. But I might be meeting other members of the family today,
Okay.
and maybe I'll have a chance to see sort of if I crossed a line or something and needed to be put in place.
Well, good luck. Don't get your other arm busted.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll do my best.
So,
I guess regarding jobs that we've done recently, has anyone heard any more from our last employer? Do we know if we're done there?
that's a good question.
And radio silence. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I guess, Bruce, do we have a way to ask? Did we get a number or anything that we could use to say like, hey, are we done?
You guys did get a phone number for Miss Chen to provide when the job was complete. Whether or not that phone line is still active after you guys gave that okay is unsure, has been tested, but you guys did give Mrs. Chen's contact information.
Okay. So I guess maybe worth a follow-up. I'd rather that you walked away happy.
Speaking of which, I just found out that one of the guys that I used to work with is out there pushing whatever the fuck we want to call that, their drug. So that's interesting.
I wonder how widespread this drug is becoming. I feel like it's accelerating really quickly.
Yeah, particularly since I thought we cut off their supply.
Gonna assume that probably just slowed it down, not like. I guess inconvenienced, not crippled, right? Would probably be the thought.
As you say, crippled, Vincent smirks.
I mean, yeah. My word choice stands.
Okay, well, I guess let's triage this shit. What's going to kill us first? What's the biggest threat that we're facing right now? That's the one we need to deal with and put our efforts into. If we keep dividing our concentration, we're never going to get anything done, and chances are all of it's going to kill us. So, what's the biggest threat we face? I mean, it sounds like with our previous employer, we might be able to resolve that with a phone call, find out where we stand. I
Yeah.
mean, no one's gotten murdered or gotten contact about people they care about getting murdered, right?
No.
No.
In fact, that would actually probably be helpful in my situation.
But I mean, was it just a one and done kind of thing, or was there more to it?
It was a one and done kind of thing.
Well, weren't you trying to establish a working relationship?
We were trying to establish that we were more helpful to be potential allies or tools rather than somebody who needed to be chased down and squashed, which is what we seemed to be initially.
So if we call and get another request for work, we're taking it. Is that what I'm understanding?
I guess I'd be curious what they'd be offering to pay.
Were we supposed to get paid for the last one?
I don't know, Bruce, were we supposed to get paid for the last one?
I was under the impression that it was like, do this or I'll fucking kill you.
Um, as you were looking at it, you guys were more of there is a repayment that you guys did pay it off, right? But this allowed more or less an escrow account with those funds placed in it to be earned back through these different, like, some payment over some series of jobs. So it was more like you are working to make the money you paid back is the money that you're earning.
Yeah, we didn't get like a solid end of the engagement, which oversight on my part, sorry. But the payment is about $750,000 that we had initially given to him back.
So, did you guys set a price for the job we did? So, do we know how much we should be expecting?
I think it's 0. I think we're punching a card until we fill the card, at which point we get it all. But
Oh,
I guess we'll see.
well, I guess if anybody got that card, we can try calling again.
Yeah. He's gonna reach into a pocket and pull out a few slips of paper and then hand one over to Riley. Be like, I am getting used to doing this analog, but it's still a pain in the ass.
Oh, what's on the slip?
It's a phone number with Mrs. Chen's phone number.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you want me to just like dial it and put it on speaker for you, or do you want?
No, I don't want to have this conversation in public, but at some point.
Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure I'm understanding what's going on here.
Right about this time, you guys do hear the roar of multiple motorcycles pulling up outside.
Oh, that can't be good.
I would like to move to a corner where I'm less visible.
It's fair.
Right there with
As
That
you
does
guys
seem-
open up, you guys do see 4 motorcycles pull through. One white, one red, one black, and one like a clearish color pull through.
out of curiosity, do any of the riders look familiar to any of us who were at the church?
No, none of them look like the individual that was driving off on the motorcycle. They're all different makes and models of bikes. All of them you can definitely tell have been heavily customized. The red is a little bit sleeker, more like sort of like Kawasaki Ninja, newer. As you got a rather big guy step off of it, but stand next to it, put his helmet on, or helmet off, excuse me, onto the clip on the side of the bike as he goes ahead and kills the bike.
Poor bike.
The individual riding the white motorcycle takes his helmet off. A little bit older, probably in the late 50s, but a little bit more dressed up, as it were. As you get to the third one, this black bike, almost like a Harley of some kind. Still older, probably about 60s. But this pale, almost like a light green to on this last one. As this is almost like this Orange County chopper, heavily, mostly like this green with the handlebars being these almost like they're still solid metal, but look like they're chain links that go all the way back. But this individual looks like he's 90 plus getting off the motorcycle, but he's very, very well dressed. Around the room, you guys just saw the different sort of small plant life that fill or like weeds beginning to come up out of the concrete outside. Most notably, Kenneth, your rat begins to shake a little bit and almost like begin to sort of like throw up as you begin to see the plants begin to wilt. The food you can see turning to that's in the bags for these people that were cleaning begin to molden. As this last individual takes his helmet off and his long white hair flows past. And upon seeing these four individuals, Fairfield, which was leaning against the wall, stands straight up, fixing up his leather or his jean jacket. As you begin to see the people standing before him that were cleaning begin to vomit onto the floor and begin to like crumple over. As you see the guy with the red bike begin to walk over to the barn door and close the barn door. The guy with the pale green motorcycle stands forth. I was told to meet someone here about a dealing.
I think that's me.
Riley's gonna noticeably, but try to subtly, like, scooch their chair away just a little bit.
I'll
I'm gonna find
get
the
up.
nearest bathroom.
It's fair. Well, step forward. I don't have all day, and just like these guys, don't have many minutes.
Yeah. Do you want to talk here, or is there somewhere else? I brought this up because it seemed like a safe space.
Begins to look around. Each one of the riders nod. This is fine.
Perfect. Then, I guess thank you for coming.
Of course. I was told by our mutual contact that you had some memories that needed resolved.
Ah, fuck, it's these guys.
We do. There are a couple of people from a previous life who are familiar with a friend of mine and who it would be very helpful if they thought that he was dead.
The guy with the red bike, as soon as he shuts the door, have you thought about just killing him? It usually solves a lot of issues.
We have, actually. It was ruled out for a couple of reasons, but It's not off the table.
He sort of looks over to the gentleman riding the white, who's still sitting, but with helmet off on the white bike, and he gives a nod and a hand raise, like, just... You see the guy walk back and sort of stand next to the red bike. And you see the pale green rider sort of walk over and touch a couple of the cleaners they begin to, each one of them, you see, draw their final breath as he touches each one of them.
Out of curiosity, is the very, very old one the one that came through the shadow portal earlier?
It is not this individual. If
Alright,
it is this individual, he did not take this form.
Right. And that's not any of the four here.
Correct.
Okay.
That one was like as big as it was. Would have a difficult time riding in anything that's probably not a U-Haul, as he was big enough to like crawl through the door.
Yeah.
So, how far back do we need to go?
And they look over towards Riley.
An audible and visible gulp. About a month, 3 weeks at the earliest.
Let's say a month to be safe.
Ah. Well. What do we... How far back does your... Or how in depth are you to their memories?
I would say, couple of months before that. My time spent with them was very short. It was impactful for me, but can't imagine it's much more than, oh, hey, that was an interesting time of my life. Nothing more meaningful than that, I guess.
Right. And are you sure this is the path you would like to go down? As you now begin to see the bodies in the middle begin to decay rapidly as he still stands between them.
I think that the price is going to have a lot to do with that decision. Obviously, it would need to be worth your time.
Yes. Yes, agreed, it would.
Charlie's gonna look at Riley like, do you not see what's happening? Say anything.
Well, that does raise a good point. I feel like it should be more than just Riley's vote on what to do with these people, since Charlie knows them too. But I'm not gonna vocalize that at the moment.
Is this something they have to agree with right now?
I don't think you quite understand how far we traveled to have this conversation, so yes.
You're right. I don't know. I was just
So?
asking a question.
If you're looking for a decision, then what's your price?
They look around to the four of them. They stand close. And the individual riding the red bike sort of smiles. I was going to say that we find which of your sires that you guys care the most about and destroy them, but boss here had other plans. And you see the oldest of the four individuals hold his hand up. There will be a time where we will call upon you to handle something that we need done. It may not be today, tomorrow, a week, a month, a year, a decade, a century, a millennia. But when we call, you are expected to answer.
This is then, I think the word that's been used is a boon.
Yes.
Parameters, then, I suppose. Would it be minor or major? And do we owe it individually or as a collective?
I believe they call the group of you a coterie, as it were.
Yes.
And it's not like he necessarily doesn't understand what a group of kindred is called, but that he is over and believes he's higher than calling those individuals that. Only one of you will be required, but I have the understanding that if one of you goes down, a whole bunch of you will go down swinging with them.
Perhaps. But that's a thing that could be negotiated.
And that seems like negotiations on your side then.
Yes. Do we get to choose who?
It would be whoever is requesting this favor.
Well, then consider it me.
Oh.
It's an honor and a privilege to get to request something from one of the family, as it were.
Oh, my sweet, sweet speck of dust. Step forward and extend your hand.
One of them's broken. I guess, do you have a preference as to which?
Do you have a preference on which one you can hold a blade with?
If it's today, then yes, but otherwise, no.
Perfect. And he nods over to the individual on the white horse as he brings over a pair of very fine, almost looks like the craftsmanship is pristine, but you can definitely tell that this blade is old, and the hilt is even older, but made of bone. And hands one to you, and hands one to the gentleman, the oldest of them.
I'll take it with my left hand then.
And he takes it with his right. No. Takes it with his
It's
left
my
as well.
non-dominant, non-broken
He takes it with
hand.
his left as well. I hope you realize that making a deal with me is making a deal with death. That eventually I do come for us all.
I trust the person who relayed the message to you, so I would say that I trust that this deal will be treated with the severity that it needs and also will be treated fairly. So, then yes.
He extends his right hand outward to you. Palm open.
Can I, is there like an insight roll or something to sort of guess what the custom is here?
It looks like he is showing his hand for you to cut it with the blade that you were given.
Okay, I guess I do.
And when you cut it, you see the hand instantly where the wound goes across become infected. And he looks to you, waiting.
I'm gonna like, do I need this still? About the blade.
He nods.
Move it to the broken hand and then offer him the not broken hand.
He takes the blade and slices your hand as well, as you take 3 superficial damage.
Okay. Ouch.
And I need you to go ahead and put a new flaw on your sheet
Cool.
called Pestilence Steel.
Pestilence deal?
Yep.
Fun.
And he extends his hand and grasps yours, wound covering wound.
Oh God.
And as this wound, and you saw your hand also become similar to his, infected instantaneously after being cut with the blade. But you can feel it rapidly, almost feel like it's sewing itself together within this grasped hand, healing and mending itself. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But inside, you can feel the infection almost burrow within your hand as your hand is sealed shut, as is his.
Okay. Anything else?
You see the individual next to the red bike. Holy shit, he He did it. And you see him walk over to the other individual sitting on the bike, on the black bike, and hand them over a huge sack of bills and just hands them over.
Can't help but to feel like I should have got a cut of that, if only to pay for the funeral. But
I don't even think that much is going to cover therapy.
It's not. And as the two people before him, after they've been mostly decayed at this point, snaps and they begin to shamble up before you. Skin turning back to normal. As they both take a deep breath as they begin to get onto their bikes, rev up, and drive off.
I guess I still have the knife.
You look down at the knife, and it begins to dissolve into ash. The hilt is still there, but the blade itself has dissolved into ash.
Guess I'll put it in a pocket then. That was a fun trick. Riley? We should have just fucking killed him.
You didn't remind me to never take you car shopping. You didn't even negotiate.
They're gone now, right? They left? Or are the guys still there?
No, the guys are still there, and they're like,
Oh,
like the two people, not the
no.
the riders are gone. The cleaners are
riders
still
are gone.
there.
Okay, just making sure that I'm not about to say some shit that's gonna just get me smote.
And as you look around the room, both of the Nosferatu become not obfuscated anymore. And absolutely, you can see blood, sweat just pouring out of Fairfield this entire time.
I'm going to gesture towards that and say, the cost of negotiating didn't seem worth it.
Well, we could have just said no.
Yeah, we could have said no. You're an asshole for taking that when I said I was gonna front the cost or shoulder the burden, whatever the fuck. You just hopped right on in. Oh, it's my fucking pleasure. Like, I'm torn because awesome, thank you for doing that. But at the same time, who the fuck are you, dude?
When we spoke about our respective roles in this, you made it very clear that I was accountable for the spooky shit. Welcome to the spooky shit.
It's the spooky shit. Great use of my words against me. Bravo for that. But that was... What the fuck was that?
I mean, there's spooky shit, and then there's spooky shit, and then there's that shit.
Yeah.
A bad deal is what that was.
Fairfield stands up, walks over. That it's probably obvious, but in case you were curious, that was the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figured that out when a red bike guy was like, oh, you just killed him. Fucking, yep. On the nose there.
Yeah, I mean, it's war.
He must be new.
No, those are all fifth generation of different clans, respectively, but fifth generations. And if half of the Burke nerds that are around here are actually true, they don't stay around for very often and very long. Because their presence alone incites a lot of very, very bad things.
While this is being talked about, Riley is going to go check out the cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not being as subtle as they would like, but kind of like agitatedly nervous that they're not as okay as they look.
Both of them are sobbing in the middle of
I would be too.
trying to
Yeah,
figure
no,
out
that
what
makes
just
sense.
happened to them.
Any sort of like consoling words that Riley can try to convey, they are trying.
You get a few words in before they instantly take off running, like out of the facility.
I'm gonna look at Fairfield and say, so is that like life goals for us?
I know personally myself, I don't want the power that they have.
Yeah, they seem like completely batshit insane monsters.
Yeah, they are. I mean, war being in a place long enough incites fighting. Pestilence, well, we saw what happened in 2020. Death, it's in the name. Well, it's all
Well, I guess we're on a clock, right?
Tick fucking talk.
Stay looking at Vincent's hand.
Can you grip
Does it
anything?
seem tremendously different from how it started?
the one with
Like, is it heat? The one that was briefly pestilent.
no, I mean, it feels normal. I mean, you still have the superficial damage for it, but it still feels normal.
Yeah, well, this hurts like a bitch. And I'm having a real shit night. So, how about we go figure out what we're doing about your friends? Then we make this whole thing worth it.
All right, yeah.
Julian
Yeah,
just
let's
kind of
get outta
looks
here.
off at that, like it's not going to be worth it.
And it's just gonna look at you is Billy. You're right.
So we need to
What I
figure
like about
out
you, Kenneth, you're a pragmatist just like me.
just before we move on to whatever else the evening holds for us. I figure I should loop you in as to what I was meeting about. Also, it's nothing crazy. Just looking for ways to help tie this up sooner than later. I know a guy who can get us a guy or crew to scoop up the tech that Max was talking about once we know where it is. So we can still stay, or I can stay safe and removed from it, and we can send somebody else to grab it. We just have to figure out where the fuck it is.
Yeah. Have you, Vincent, have you reached out to your contact to see if she's established any sort of connection with these two?
Not yet. And the way tonight's going, I'm wondering if maybe that waits till tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Just
guess
need
we're
to-
in a holding pattern on this front.
Yeah.
We can't do anything till we know where they're at.
And I'm sorry, that was a lot that just happened. They didn't say when they were going to wipe mines, did they?
I think we're gonna get them called, They didn't even ask who. I didn't get any details, so I don't think they're gonna hunt them down themselves.
Sounds like as soon as possible, so I guess fuck me. Yeah, all right, we'll do it tonight.
Well, if you need a breather, then that's
We don't need this anywhere near us for any amount of time. So,
valid.
Need me to dial the phone for you?
No, I think we're sort of past that. Most of what's going on is I'm concerned about bringing other people into this. They're
Didn't
already
you already
kind of
loop her
here.
in?
Soft, yes, but I guess we're just doing this. All right, I'm gonna go make a call. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
And Vincent's gonna
All right.
turn and walk. He seems like he's had a rough night.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Guy's fucking crazy.
Yep. No, this escalated very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that
Yeah.
as he gets out of earshot.
It-
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
I'm
when
gonna
you're
do-
worried about a dog attacking you, and then all of a sudden a lion comes out of nowhere. Yeah, that's what that feels like.
And the lion's like, "Hey, I'll kill that dog for you if you let me rip your fucking arm off. Is that fair? Deal?
Literally. This will be worth it, promise.
I swear."
So
I mean, we should have shopped around. I'm just saying. There's got to be more people who can do this shit than just those assholes.
yeah, when this was brought up by our dear friend, you know, speak softly, carry a big stick himself. I really didn't think it was going to be. Oh yes, I just know like the embodiments of the end of the world, so we'll just call them and have them. No, what the fuck?
I'm going on record right now. Theodore's a dick.
I feel like lead with this. Hey,
He's
I
a
know.
dick.
I know the dudes that are gonna murder the planet. You want me to get them in on this? Like what?
Didn't he say he could do it? That he had the
He
power?
did. He did. He
Yeah.
had
And
the
then he
power to
says
call
these
up
fucking
death.
guys.
He had a power. He has the power to use a cell phone. Is what he has.
Fucking.
Hey,
Get
whoa,
Oh my
whoa, whoa!
god.
Vincent just left. Come on.
That was a
We
low
have an
shot.
imposter in our
Oh,
midst.
that was a weird dig. I'm sorry. I don't want it to seem weird that I'm a little heated that he just jumped in front of that bullet for me.
Don't be heated about it, dude. I mean, shit.
I mean, I got off super fucking scot free from that one. So like,
Why? Why would you throw that out of the universe?
Oh yeah. Ooh, that was
no,
fucked up.
valid.
Yeah, you're right.
Universe?
Screwed now.
Fuck that.
You fucked up.
Universe? My bad.
Knock on wood right now.
Looking for wood. Looking for wood.
Out of character question. Do we know that Charlie also knows these people? Has that been brought up? and
Yeah.
discussed?
That conversation was brought up because they shared out with the rest of the group that they were both part of this.
So, do we think it's going to be a problem that we're just wiping Riley from their memories? I mean, Charlie, do you have a close relationship with them too? Are they going to come back for you, or
just respond to the emails.
Yeah, I mean, I have been now.
Okay, cool.
Are we sure he's not going to accidentally kill him?
Wait. So, if they know that you're a kindred, and let's say they've been watching us from a distance, and they know that Charlie's a kindred, and they race you from behind, but they know Charlie's still kicking it in Indy, eating people, are they just gonna bounce right back?
I'm gonna go with no, because I don't think they know that Charlie is.
That's a lot of like faith you're putting in how sneaky you are at hiding it.
It's a lot of faith being put into hoping that they only really got interested in looking for me.
Hope so too.
I mean, before all of this anyway, Riley hung out with Kindred. So
Yeah, but he wasn't one of them, right?
mm,
Not one of them.
technically.
I mean, were they the type who's just gonna like accept the fact that they're friends of Kindred now?
Me or them?
Them. Are they gonna be cool with that?
Probably. I'm gonna put.
I
I'm,
love that
I'm-
we're assuming these guys are going to survive contact with the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah. Also that.
Okay, but here's the thing: the deal was made to wipe their memories, not to kill them. Not saying that they have to honor that bargain, but it would look bad on them if they like made somebody, swear a life debt with their blood being infected by God knows what.
Yeah. Somebody needs to tell him to wash his hands. A lot.
Telling you.
I don't know. This went from annoying and inconvenient to just dumb.
It's too late to abandon now.
Yeah. No.
It's slightly
Full,
terrifying.
full send, I guess. Right.
What other option do we have?
Cry a lot.
I hear Florida's nice this time of year.
All right.
Florida's never nice.
Pack your bags, leave.
There was a guy who was floating Florida real hard to his group for a while, and nobody ever listened. And now I'm a little pissed off that somebody's already floating Florida.
So what happened to those people? Those people that didn't go to Florida?
Rumor has it he got on a roof trying to fight a priest.
No. The friends that didn't want to go to Florida.
Oh, we know one of them. I
Has
think.
it that they're two of the scariest people.
Yeah. They're our problem now, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
One
Well,
of them said,
fuck.
"Hold my beer. I want to read a book. I'm going home."
Vincent,
Thank you for
that
the
can
party.
be intelligence. I'll let you go. I'll give you a couple of options: Intel plus wits, Intel plus occult, or Intel plus politics. Your choice.
Wits, and I'm going to surge.
Heard. Yeah. Fairfield's gonna shake his head. Well, that was eventful. Thank you for that.
Well, I guess we should probably apologize. We didn't exactly know we were bringing that level of heat into your home. So
Yeah.
for that, we apologize. That was not cool. We should have given you a heads up, but we didn't even know who the hell.
Yeah,
we were
no, we were super lied to, or
getting.
misled.
Not lied
I should
to,
say.
not even misled. We were told we were going to meet somebody. We didn't get more details. That's kind of on us.
Valid.
It's
Sorry, I didn't realize asking, ruling out the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse wasn't on the radar.
Yeah,
Lesson learned.
Shame on us.
No,
That's
I
definitely
thought
a
they were
question.
a myth, honestly.
Definitely
to
a
know
question
that
moving
they-
forward.
Actually exists besides out of a book.
So, like you said, they're 5th generation, and I don't know. Forgive me if this is like inappropriate, but like, how far removed are you from them? Because you're like a total like badass who tanks bullets like they're nothing. But if you're nervous, that really, whew,
I'm 5
Yeah, seeing
removed from
somebody-
them.
you're
Oh my
5.
God.
Oh shit! And you're that powerful, and like that.
There is
yeah,
an
okay.
antediluvian that runs around with Eva, and War is 2 removed from him.
Oh, so Eva's got an antediluvian in her pocket. That's fun. Don't make her mad, is what we're saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think she could do a lot worse than the antediluvian could.
Think-
The antediluvian will put a hole in you, but you'll at least see him coming. Eva will put a hole in you, and you'll wonder where the hole came from.
Okay,
Scariest
good to
person
know.
imaginable. Got it.
Mhm.
good to know.
No, not scariest person imaginable. We just met literal death.
A lot of flash though.
Well,
And
A lot of
war
a lot of circumstances,
and pestilence. Did we meet Famine?
yes, he's the one riding the black bike.
Oh, cool. I thought Death rode black.
No, pale
that's why
green.
it's a white horse.
Oh. Huh. All right.
So, that being said, I'm gonna go change my pants.
Yeah.
Good call.
But I appreciate all that you guys did. Thanks.
Yeah.
Did you have to blush to shit your pants?
No, it's what's worse what came out instead. I'm gonna
Oh my
go.
God. That's a blood dookie. That's a blood dookie.
He wore the red pants today.
If your doctor asks if there's any blood in your stool and you're not blushed, you have to say yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And with that being said, that will go ahead and wrap up episode 24, Hourglass. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. I need Marlo, Julian, Lennon, because it's escaping my name, Kenneth, and Vincent to also take 1 dot in infamy, please.
Why do we got a dot in infamy?
That's intriguing.
This deal keeps getting worse all the time.
What's
What
that
did you do?
for?
That is for a dark secret being put out to the open very close to your Baron.
Oh, that's fun.
Was it us?
I say 2 of you have dark secrets that don't have infamy, so
Hi.
so thank you guys so much for this. If you guys haven't already, make sure to head over to Adventure Dice and use code JBruce for 10% off your order. Otherwise, war's gonna come after you, and no one likes that. So
go buy yourself a nice set of death dice.
exactly. Which really isn't any die that you use in VTM death dice because they're all undead anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, other than that, guys, we're gonna go also and check out this cool link here. Indy by Night has a live show at Gen Con that we're going to be doing, so make sure to check us out there at that link. Make sure tickets are getting while they're still open. But other guys, we'll see you guys next week on another episode of Indy by Night. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Make good choices. Don't deal with